Hey everybody. Wow, there's a lot of essays under my last video. Ultimately, I've had an entire evening and day to reflect on my video and my thoughts, as well as read some of the essays and some messages I've received. I was still very busy today, so I haven't responded to as many comments as I usually do. But I want to clear up some air, as there are quite a few people genuinely angry with me and the video at large. So, no show, no dramatics, no major editing. Let's just talk, man to man. If you came to this video to find me recanting my opinions and statements, you will find yourself disappointed. I stand by my statements, and it is a hill I will die on. If you're not in 6-star MMR, you are not seeing Avdos every match. Every enemy that kills you is not using Reshade. If you're in NA, the server is not unplayable every single day. If you're not in Oceania or EU West, or are playing at an incredibly low population time frame, you are not having lobbies full of 6-star MMR hunters every single game. I will not accept this. It is improbable. There are simply too many hunters playing the game below 6-star MMR for this to be the case. A majority of players in every multiplayer game that has ever existed are just that, people, and not sweaty cretins. They are not the ones using exploits and abusive tactics. So on a basic level of probability, if the game is highly populated, which it is, some of the highest populations it's ever had, with a majority of lower MMR, rule-abiding players of good moral standing filling this population, then these problems are just improbable to face every game unless you exist in a vacuum like the 6-star hunters do. The people in 6-star MMR do often face these problems. They are genuinely real and need to be dealt with by the devs. But if you are not these players, you are not experiencing these problems every game. You simply are not. So, why did I make this video? To flame people and taunt people, create more controversy? Well, no. I actually made this video to apologize. This apology isn't for my opinions at all. However, it is an apology for how I displayed and described these opinions. I'm a newer content creator, and these videos I'm making now have taken more effort and time than any videos I've made in my entire life. I genuinely want to improve and just make good content. I'm always trying to improve with every single video I've made. In this growth are growing pains. Terrible, painful growing pains. And the biggest pain in my life right now is script writing. I have come up with great ideas, and then I go to describe them at large on paper, and it comes out like this is to say, I'm not happy with how I described my thoughts. The entire video has a sort of larger-than-thou vibe to it. If you're a veteran hunt player, I cannot blame you for being mad. There are hints in the video of the script not being dog shit, the primary example being the section on server stability. I think I described that quite well, etc. However, for the other 3 sections of the video, some of the words I used and the tones I took sounded as though I was making these issues like Avdo abuse and reshading, etc., out to not exist at all. And although I had an addendum at the end of the video to cover my ass, the statistics show that a majority of you viewers did not even make it to the end of the video at all, as a majority of you don't with any video I make, meaning that this addendum was therefore useless, and ultimately should have been better reflected in the original discussion to begin with. This is entirely my mistake, and I'm owning up to that. I accept your anger, And if you were offended or felt like I was belittling you or the problems you face, I'm here and I'm apologizing to you. The video was made with the explicit and stated purpose to promote bringing new players into the game. I have personally spoken with members of the community that ingest hunt content but do not want to play the game because of the endless complaints they read about. These people think that they're going to hop into their first game and see Avdos. They're going to see an unbeatable Avdo in every single match they play. They think that every match they load into will have hunters with 5,000 hours in it. And these things are plainly untrue. These hunters can play the game and have a good time. They can play the game and get 500 hours in without facing a majority of these problems, and if they face them, very sporadically, not common at all. There is beyond a great amount of potential for them to enjoy the game, and anybody who wants to gatekeep them by telling them they'll have to deal with your problems too is a miserable soul. For those of you who aren't just miserable assholes and felt genuinely offended by how I portrayed these issues in my video, to you, I promise that I will do better in the future. On my next video specifically, I will take some time away from the desk after I complete the video before uploading it, so that I can come back with a fresh mind and listen to what I've said. Just to make sure the video is coming out the way I really mean it to come out, and my words are said with more truth and meaning behind them than they had before. Just as I did with this video. Thank you for listening to me rant for a bit. Now gear up. We've got a gator to hunt soon. I'm finally getting my stitches out on the 20th of this month. Just a couple days, and I'm thinking of streaming my first day back playing hunt since my surgery if I'm medically able to. I normally stream on Twitch, but if anybody's interested, I might stream it here on YouTube. I've been mulling over the idea. Either way, stay blessed, and again, I'm sorry. I promise you I'll do better.